Hello, this is a quick overview of the game Galaxy Rush. It's a game for 2 players in which you will compete to be the most renowned explorer across the galaxy. To win, you'll need to collect reputation points, which are represented as stars with numbers in them in various components throughout the game, as you can see here. The two players typically sit across from each other at a table so that each one of them has room to build their own tableau or collection of cards while still being able to reach all the shared components of the game here. Each player is assigned a rocket ship at the beginning of the game, and whoever is in this first orbit will go first. On your turn, all you'll do is simply choose from one of the next 2 cards available to you. Take the card and add it to your collection. Like this, stacking similar cards like that. Now your opponent will be left with the other card right here. However, you may always choose to accelerate, skipping this card and choosing from the next pair of cards instead. So this can be handy if you need to get ahead and get back into that first orbit, so you'll be the first player, or if maybe you just need to jump to a specific card that you really need. The only penalty is that you'll miss a card that will end up not being in play for that game. Now there are 3 types of cards along these orbit paths. There are resources, which are orange text. There are expeditions, which are the blue-green text, and there are heroics, which are in the pink text here. And we'll go through each one of those things really quickly. When you take a resource card, which is what we did here first, you'll add it into all of your resource collection here in your own set. And if taking that resource gives you enough resources to meet the requirements for one of these discovery cards, you'll be able to take the discovery as well. In this case, you can see having 3 of these pink crystals and 2 of the blues gives us enough to make the discovery of this planet. We'll take it and put it in our collection, earning those reputation points for the end of the game. Resources only accumulate, they're never spent, so they'll keep just adding up as you go, but these discovery cards do get harder throughout the game with each round, so earning a lot of these resources early on may be a good strategy for you. Now, expedition cards, these blue-green text ones, they earn you points when you collect them in sets. So in this case, this player has a couple of asteroid cards. The more asteroid cards you get, the more reputation points they will earn you. Comets earn you 8 points per pair that you collect, for instance. That's how expeditions work. The final type is heroics, these pink text cards. They are just worth points there on the game if you choose to pick them up. Put this one back here as if this player were to take it. They're along the track, worth big points if you want to take them. It's pretty straightforward. Now, whenever you do take a card from orbit, you can play it face up like we did here for the benefit that we've just discussed. But you can also always play a card face down like this. So if this player blue were to take it and play it face down like this. Now what this means is that the player who plays it face down has chosen to go exploring instead of taking the face value benefit and has explored 20 astronomical units. So whoever explores the most during the round will end up winning one of these medals at the end. So it's always an option. Even if one of the next 2 cards isn't something that you're interested in, you can always collect it, play it face down, and earn that distance explored so that you can earn a medal. And you can see the value of each card is also indicated in the bottom corner there, which is really handy. So the game is played in 4 rounds. Once all of these cards have been taken, that's the end of 1 round. You'll switch out a couple of things and you'll play the next round. After 4 rounds, the game will end and you'll tally up all of your scores. But between each round, you will actually have the opportunity to make some predictions. You'll be required, in fact, to make a prediction about which of the 2 players will accomplish certain things. At the beginning of the game, you will have been dealt 3 prediction cards. And as you look at those, you'll decide which one you feel the most confident in that you can assign to someone. So in this case, it says, collect the fewest discoveries. So I will have to predict which one of us will collect the fewest discoveries. Do I think it will be orange or blue? And I'll put it down there as my prediction. You'll do that between rounds so that at the end of the game, each of those will be reviewed and these points will be awarded to the players who were right and who were right first. The final thing is once it's all over, you'll add up your scores and look at everything that you've accomplished and see if there are any of these global objectives that you've accomplished. And both players will be able to score those points if they meet the requirements. So there's a lot of different ways to score. Once it's finally all said and done, You will be able to use the score sheet to add up each of those different methods of scoring that we talked about to find out who is the greatest explorer of all time. And that's Galaxy Rush. I hope you enjoy it.